Believe it or not, these tunnels are the originals. The very first ones were cut in 1891, almost 10 years before the Boer War. The Glasgow Subway opened in 1896. It's thought to be the third oldest in the world after London and Budapest. So the subway has served the city well for a long, long time. Frankly, it's now fraying at the edges. The last major subway rehab took place almost 30 years ago. In November 1979, the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh reopened the refurbished system. That renewal cost £53 million. Now we need another one. And at today's prices, we're talking hundreds of millions. Not convinced? This is the subway tunnels between Hillhead and Kelvin Bridge.
We're standing directly next to the River Kelvin at the moment, coupled up with the rain that we've had in Glasgow over the last couple of days. You can see it just behind me, it's kind of pretty much flooding in. We cannot possibly stem this water back. The only thing that we can do is try and divert the water into appropriate areas and take it away via sumps.
And for tunnel roofs, polyurethane resin. Currently there's a programme injecting resin into tunnel roofs to reduce water penetration. A sort of papering over the cracks, you might say. But for how long? And just for how long can the subway survive, replacing broken rails with welding apparatus that looks like it belongs to the Victorian era?
You can appreciate that what's going on behind us. Normally these type of jobs would be done with machinery as such, but because purely down to the tunnel gauge and the width of the tunnel, we can't do it. It's manpower is sort of the main thing that we rely on.
In these circumstances, keeping the subway running costs between £5 and £7 million every year. As the system gets older and older, these costs can only go up and up. On top of the problems with the tunnels and the running repairs, the rolling stock is more than 30 years old and showing its age. This is the Broomloan depot. Here, maintenance squads have to work round the clock to keep the ageing carriages on track. The case for modernisation can surely no longer be denied.
It's a brilliant idea, especially given as well. It kind of needs a wee bit of energy boost into it as well. It's kind of looking a bit downgraded.
You're going to give the stations a mark out of 10 for decor and brightness. And
2. Give it 2. Quite dirty, but service is very good. That's the only thing.
My mother's been to Russia, and she's been at the underground in there, and she's saying it's like walking into a museum. You've got chandeliers and works of art all over the place.
Now we all know why, let's finish with what, how and where. What we need is a detailed plan for subway modernisation, and then we need to establish how that can be done. And finally, we also need to determine where we can find the money.